This is Delia again. I'm reading the Vampire Diaries, The Struggle. This is part 3. Are you crazy, Matt, who had been staring out over the roofs of the frame houses across the street, turned at last to look at Stefan. His blue eyes, usually cheerful and straightforward, were full of utter disbelief and surmounted by twisted, puckered brows. Stefan looked away. He should have known better. After everything Matt had already done for him, to expect more was ridiculous, especially these days, when people flinched from the sound of his step and avoided his eyes when he came near. To expect Matt, who had the best of reasons to resent him, to do him such a favor with no explanation, on the basis of faith alone, really was insane. "No, I'm not crazy," he said quietly, and turned to go. "Neither am I," Matt had said. And I'd have to be crazy to turn my car keys over to you." "Hell no, I'm going with you." By the time Stefan had turned his back around, Matt was looking at the car instead of him, lower lip thrust forward in a wary little judicious pout. "After all," he said, rubbing at the flaking vinyl of the roof, "you might scratch the paint or something." That's funny. Elena put the phone back on the hook. Somebody was at the boarding house, because somebody kept picking up the phone when it rang. But after that, there was only silence, and then the click of disconnection. She suspected it was Mrs. Flowers, but that didn't tell her anything about where Stefan was. Instinctively, she wanted to go to him, but it was dark outside, and Stefan had warned her specifically not to go out in the dark, especially not anywhere near the cemetery or the woods. The boarding house was near both. "No answer," said Meredith, as Elena came back and sat down on the bed. "She keeps hanging up on me," Elena said, and muttering something under her breath. "Did you say she's a witch?" "No, but it rhymes with that," said Elena. "Look," said Bonnie, setting up. "If Stefan's going to call, he'll call there. He'll call here. There's no reason for you to come and stay the night with me." There was a reason, although Elena couldn't quite explain it even to herself. After all, Damon had kissed Bonnie at a Lark Stotzman's party. It was Elena's fault that Bonnie was in danger in the first place. Somehow she felt that if she were at least on the scene, she might be able to protect Bonnie. Okay, so I'm going to continue, and that was part 3. I'm headed to part 4.